What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another Slab Stock Sundays episode here on the Slab Stocks YouTube channel. My name is Aaron, your host, joined by Julian, the co-host for tonight's show here on the PWCC Weekly Auction number 80, or not number 80, number 78. Julian, what are we doing tonight on PWCC Weekly Auction number 78?
We got $5,000 to spend for the kids.
Absolutely. You see Real Music's comment. He goes, "Oh, we spending a bag tonight, boys," and that is true. That is true. We are spending $5,000 on tonight's live stream right here, right now, while you all are watching, and hopefully helping us pick what we buy to then resell in weekly auction number 80 in 2 Sundays, as that is the last Sunday of the National. And PWCC funded this buying spree tonight. They donated $5,000 to help send more kids to camp for free whose parents are impacted by cancer. So we can't thank PWCC enough, not only for donating $5,000 that we'll be spending tonight. It should be an extremely fun episode, fast-paced episode, trying to keep track of all the different buys and everything like that and bids. And then also, it will be very fun to have weekly auction number 80 coming up, because we will be streaming right here. Knick-knack, I don't think so. We'll be streaming right here in 2 weeks to watch the 100% feeless charity auction going down on Sunday, July 30th. There will be over 100 different items specifically in the PWCC Weekly Auction number 80, with all of the proceeds going to Camp Kesem. This is going to be our 3rd straight year working with PWCC on making a feeless auction happen. We started 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, doing it was around 10 items, and then it went to, I think, 100 and something last year. There'll be another 100 this year. Some massive items going to be in that auction. Some big autographs, rookie autos, stuff that Julian bought at the Midwest Monster in Indianapolis. Julian, do you remember one card that was your favorite from what you bought?
One card. I think I bought a Jonathan Kuminga card.
Which you did a tie-dye select patch auto.
That was a good card. Jeez, that seems so long ago.
I know it was. The Jalen Hurts select silver auto was good.
Oh, that was a good one. The Jalen Hurts select auto.
So there's some nice stuff going to be in that auction, along with Victor Wembanyama. It's a CGC 9.4 Slam Metal Gold Magazine, 1 of 94 with the custom label on it. That will be in this auction as well. I cannot wait for that. We had a big donation come in just before the stream started. I will announce it this week on Instagram, but I'll give you all a sneak peek. A lot of you know who Shine 150 is. He's one of the biggest collectors in the entire world. He just donated a Jerry Rice Flawless 1 of 1 on-card auto PSA 9 that will be going live in the weekly auction number 80. It's a huge card. Very, very nice one. Huge thanks to Shine for now donating for the 3rd straight year as well. So very, very pleased with that. Very thankful. And I can't wait to see the damage that we do tonight. Gotta give a shout out to Ken, Aaron, OP the rapper. What's up? Haven't seen you in a bit, OP. And Bazooka Tom, good evening to you too. Good. Bazooka Tom also sent a donation. Should be arriving tomorrow, I think. So appreciate anyone that donate to the cause with actual cards, and appreciate anyone that is going to be bidding in the weekly auction number 80. But we are about to dive into tonight's content. Before that, though, I don't know if there's any Reds fans out there. Any Reds fans are probably feeling pretty good after that. I think it was like, I don't know, 8 to 12 game win streak. I can't remember the exact number. Well, we just played 2 straight series, one before the All-Star break, one after the All-Star break. We won 2 of 3 at home. We just won 3 on the road. That's 5 of 6 with the sweep here in Cincinnati. And of course, the one game we lost, I was at that game, unfortunately. But Elly De La Cruz was like 0 for 12, I think, in the last 3 days, which is crazy. You know, go Brewers. That's all I gotta say. Bought the Yelich Dynasty last Sunday. Got a lot of Yelich Dynasty now, and super pumped about how the Brewers are doing. Hopefully, we can win the division. So let's hop over. Actually, before doing that, before going into the cards we're going to look at for tonight, I just want to hear really quick. Does anyone have anything up for sale tonight in the auction? Anyone have anything for sale at all in this auction? I'd love to highlight like an item or two that you all have before we start looking at, hundreds of items tonight that we might buy for the kids and fit into a $5,000 budget. Of course, we're not going to buy hundreds. We can't fit that many into $5,000, but we will pick and choose some of our favorites. So let us know if you have anything up for sale. Before that, Julian, highlight of the weekend so far for you?
I mean, we ripped on Fanatics Live. We had our debut stream yesterday, which was fantastic. Got to see the app early access, which was amazing. And there's still going to be some upgrades, obviously. But from what we saw, I was very impressed. Tons of people we were interacting with. Ripped a lot. I wasn't even there for the entire time. Aaron was probably live for like 6 or 7 hours. But he got some nice soccer and baseball hits, which was a lot of fun. So
Yeah, it was a great time. Thanks to anyone who came out to that stream. If you do want to get on the Fanatics Live app, you can actually get in with our access code. Because you're watching here live or listening to the podcast after, I'll tell you the access code to access Fanatics Live right now here on the stream. You'll hear it. It is, I'm actually going to put it in the chat and then pop it on the screen, and I'll read it off too for those listening to podcast. To access Fanatics Live app right now, you can actually go into the app and type in stocks to the moon. So stocks is STOX to the moon. I did not create that, but that's our access code, and it's a funny one. But there it is, stocks to the moon. You can actually access right now the Fanatics Live app if you do that. Our next stream is on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and we will be having lots of streams for Topps Chrome Baseball release when that comes out on July 26th, and after the National will be live a ton. Topps Museum coming out July 24th for soccer fans, Champions League. Super pumped about that. I really want to highlight David's James Wiseman Genesis PSA 10 here. Julian, James Wiseman bumped from the Warriors to the Pistons. I think I heard he was doing pretty solid in the summer league. He had 17 and 10, it looks like, against the Rockets. What do you think's expectations for the Pistons this year with Cade, hopefully a healthy Cade, James Wiseman? They got Jalen Duran Duran, and then also I think Isaiah Stewart just signed an extension with them too. And Sadiq Bey, or did he get traded?
I think Sadiq, he got traded this past season to the Warriors.
No, he's on the Hawks now.
Oh, he's on the Hawks now?
Yeah, Hawks.
But Pistons, hopefully they're able to put it together. I've got high expectations for them. Monty, I'm a big fan of Monty Williams. I think that was a good pickup for them as head coach. Wiseman needed a little bit of a change of a team, and I think from what I saw last year on the Pistons, he kind of impressed me at times, because I know people were quick to say bust and he might not get many minutes and all that type of stuff. But looking at his stats, 24 games played, 12.7 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, that's decent compared to what he'd been putting up beforehand. So I'm hoping he does good.
So am I. It'd be nice to see. I know a lot of people are spending a decent amount of money. As he's a second overall pick in the draft behind Anthony Edwards, ahead of LaMelo Ball. So we're going to see him pull through, even if it is on the Pistons, which maybe they can attract a big crowd with their young team. Nick next got a Leaf Art of Sport, Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas. Let's see if we can get it to pop up here. There it is. Leaf Art of Sport dual auto right there, numbered out of 6. So if anyone's interested in Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas, honestly, they hid the non-license pretty solid there, actually, with like the placement of the ball on Isaiah Thomas and everything like that. It's a pretty nice looking card. So that is up for sale from Nick Nack tonight. And also, I should ask, how's everyone doing in the chat? What's in your mind this weekend? Any sports you saw that you're thinking about? No Formula One this weekend. How could I forget? Carlos Alcaraz beating Novak Djokovic in 5 sets. I watched the last 3 sets today. Unbelievable match. I literally could not take my eyes off the TV. It was that good. I love watching the big Grand Slams, and that was quite the match. Alcaraz cards are flying right now, and I've got none, but they're doing really well.
Yeah, that guy's different, man. He's special. It's one of those sports like I don't pay a ton of attention to, just like hockey, but like Connor McDavid, Carlos Alcaraz, like they just make it so enjoyable to watch, even if you like don't know a ton about the sport.
There's a couple shots that Alcaraz had where I'm just like, how in the world is he doing that between the power and the finesse? Like, I know that, complete players have it all and he's got it all. There's one hit that he was falling backwards and hit it on the run, and the power is just insane. His athleticism is crazy. And he's going to be in a generation where, Djokovic is 36. I'm sure he'll play longer and he's going to win some more Grand Slams, I hope. Nadal has been injured a lot on his way out. Federer obviously retired. He's really going to be able to dominate like a ton the next 10 years unless some of these other guys start to compete better with him, but they're not there yet, that's for sure, the other guys. All right, let's jump into the items that are ending tonight. There's no real, pre-content show that I'm going to be giving tonight like in a normal week, and obviously no guests tonight. Excuse me, I had to sneeze there. But we are doing a lot of buying tonight. So we're going to be looking at items all night. I'm going to get Julian's selections at some point here, probably in the next 10 minutes. But I'm going to take a brief look at some of these items going. We do have $5,000 to spend. I don't think we're going to be able to get this Transcendent Ohtani for $5K, but that'd be put it all in one
card, baby. Just one card.
Honestly, I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea. Everyone always wants Ohtani right now, especially with how well he's playing. So not the worst idea. And then Juan Soto, there's a printing plate 1/1 auto of him, which this card is extremely interesting. If someone's in the chat wants to let us know why this card's more interesting than normal, please drop a comment. Hopefully by the time that you hear me on delay, you'll have already commented someone. But the reason why this card's so interesting is because there is no more Superfractor Juan Soto auto. Julian, not sure if you know that or remember that. There is no Soto Superfractor auto. Whoever owned it decided to wipe the autograph off because it ran off the side, which is just possibly one of the most questionable moves ever in the sports card industry history. And PSA ended up destroying the card, destroying the card. I don't know if it's just bought and locked in the vault or what, but either way, not in circulation anymore. So they're now only the printing plate 1/1s of Soto from 2016. So if you want 1/1, you gotta get this. Julian, what's your take on printing plates normally? Have you ever bought one before? Like, you've been in the hobby for a few years now, but have you ever bought one in that time?
I have not. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I'd say if there were certain players that came up, I would potentially buy it, but I haven't seen one of like a super huge guy. I mean, for Formula One, I've seen a ton of like of the different variations and like in their car type of thing. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, but I mean, this is a super cool card, and knowing that backstory, I could see why it'd be a little bit more desirable.
Right. At one point, all four of the Acuna plate autos, all four of them, all four of the 1/1s came up for sale on the weekly auction within a 4-week span. Pretty crazy. But the black ones look pretty dang good because you can actually really tell like what it is. Some of the colored ones start to blend together, like the cyan and magenta here. But an interesting card. And yeah, ND. I don't know if you can Google right now or after the stream, but there's quite a bit out there on the Superfractor 1/1 Soto. Basically, the auto, ran off the card. Whoever tried to, for whatever reason, I mean, that's just such a bad idea for a multitude of reasons, tries to wipe the autograph off the side to then regrade it and try to get a 10 auto. That's what they did, and now it's gone.
We got a comment from Charles. Hell Fanatics Live Impact, eBay Live, whatnot. Are there too many similar apps now?
Good question, Charles. So basically, Fanatics Live will be fully open at some point here in the obviously in the near future. Right now, it's still in beta and like access code and invite codes and such like that. As it starts to open, I'm not sure how many sellers are going to scale up to. I don't know when it might be like open application, this and that. But it will be. I think it'll be different because it's going to be more of a consolidation of hand selected sellers. Definitely to start. We were lucky enough to be one of the first few on there. I think we were the third ever selling stream on there after the MLB All-Star games. And the community is awesome. The app is it's gonna be amazing tech on there. From a buyer side, a seller experience side, all the way around. And they're gonna have a lot of really, really cool events hopefully going on there. Especially as Fanatics events start to come, the national starts to come. It's gonna be really fun to see what happens. That is for sure. All right. Let's get on with some of these cards. So, Julian, talk to me overall about what you think. I know you were actually on this stream with us last year when we did the spending spree.
Was it the three? Was it the three of us? Wait, was your dad on it too? Was it 4 people?
I think it might have been all 4 of us, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
So there was 4 of us on it. You, me, Nate, and my dad. And I think last year we grabbed a Donovan Mitchell patch auto, Steph Curry silhouette auto, and then a couple other smaller cards maybe along with it. Strategy this year, because last year you're like, let's get the Mitchell, maybe gets traded to the Knicks, end up getting traded to the Cavs is that mid-season or before the season?
No, it's before the season.
That's before the season, yeah. So before the season. But what do you think the play should be tonight? Like if we're gonna focus on a couple things here: football, basketball, baseball, and also in the chat too. Let us know what should we focus on tonight as we try to spend $5K for Camp Kesem.
Yeah, I'd probably say the basketball, football, or baseball. I'd say look for the unique stuff that obviously people might bid up against each other and get as much money possible for the kids. And maybe look at some guys that we think are maybe undervalued or also really hot right now that we could get for a good price.
Yeah, because remember, we're really selling these things in 2 weeks, hopefully with more eyeballs on the auction for the Kesem auction specifically. And like you said, all it takes is two to tango in an auction to see if it can help, net more money for the kids. So, players like Luka, Trevor Lawrence, Julio Rodriguez, those really well-known players, I think is going to be the better play for tonight's thing. Julian, why don't you do me a favor and look up the most recent sale on this flawless Trevor Lawrence, if you can, number out of 15 on card auto. It's just kind of like the base auto out of 15. It's not it says signature silver. You can probably just type in, Lawrence auto at 15. Let me know what you find. There's a Luca Impeccable, not rookie auto, super nice on card. I would love the sneaker spotlights. This one's of Zion, so I'm probably not going to buy that with some question marks going into this year. But there's also LeBron sneaker spotlight. What else we got going? There's Aaron Judge, PSA 10 Dynasty. There's a lot of really nice patch draws to look after. And then this Jokic here, super nice. This is actually in the bubble. The virtual fans behind us, pretty funny on this one. Timeless moments right there from the Panini 1-in-1 set. You got any stats for us?
Is it the rookie debut or is it just the?
No,
Pull back up real quick.
It's just like the flawless, normal.
Okay. So here we go. PSA Authentic Auto 9 did 1,440 in March.
That's a pretty bad grade.
Yes, and then the ones that are a little bit different, but this one's out of 15, right?
Yeah, it's out of 15.
It did like 2,675, but it's obviously one that's not as desirable, I don't think.
Yeah, if it's like an insert, it's probably not as desirable. Someone like Acuna could be an interesting grab tonight, given that he had another 2 home runs yesterday. Shout out to Greg for that info, and then also the fact that he's an NL MVP favorite. The last sale, oh wow, yeah, Acuna is popping. That is for sure. The last sale on this was $1,200 on July 4th, and this one's already at $1,425 pre-buyers premium. Sold my Acuna Dynasty 2022 maybe a couple weeks too early, that's for sure. You got the refractor auto going tonight. So much Jordan Love. I heard we're spending $4,000 on a Love Optic Gold auto for the kids.
Poor kids.
No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. But there is a Jordan Love Optic Gold auto ending tonight. Let's see here. There's a Ray Allen 1-of-1 exquisite, which I'm not sure if this is, it is a 1-of-1, so you could maybe get a bidding war going. But at the same time, it's like, it's maybe not one that too many people are looking at. So if you do lose like one more bidder, it might not end well enough. You got Gordon Alvarez orange auto at 25, super nice there with the color match and everything like that. I love the blank slates. This Shea is super filthy. That's a pretty expensive card, honestly.
Yeah. That's not even rookie.
No. They have blank slates from his rookie, but yeah, it was it's just, do they have 2? They might have 2 different variations of shave. Why is someone lighting fireworks off on July 16th outside? Leo is not a fan.
Hey, there's never bad time for fireworks, right?
I mean, I think that's a lie, but sure. Dude, check this out. I had to show you this. Look at this Topps Now card here of Trout, Pujols, and Ohtani. Look at this.
That's so sick.
Yeah, but that's not autographed. That's just...
Oh, it's not?
No, this is... Look at this.
It's a photo of another card.
It's a photo of a card that's autoed.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
So it's at $600. Does anyone have any info on this to be like... I think someone might actually think this is auto.
I think that's the best explanation is someone saw it and just saw the auto.
Well, I'll tell you what, a Raw sold for $26 3 days ago, and this one's at $600 right now. The SGC 10, yeah.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
unfortunate.
Wow. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I've seen some for 30, 50, but that's definitely not explainable for that. I bet it does end there. Ellie is so hot in the card market that you've got a Topps Heritage Minors. I know he's lacking cards because he only has the first Bowman and then a couple other prospect cards, but this is a Heritage Minors 9/5/10 auto at $575 pre-buyers premium. The last 2 raw sold for $426 and $375. This is probably gonna go over $600. Is $300 just a couple days ago. There's quite a bit of these selling. This is not a very rare card. What do you all think about buying Ellie like today? Like, I've seen some people in comments on Instagram saying, buy Ellie. He's the truth. And not going to lie, Ellie's sick. I saw him steal home. Like, he's a nice player. He's definitely disruptive. He's going to be, a big superstar in the MLB. But anytime that players like quadruple in value in a couple of weeks, it's just a recipe for disaster, honestly. He could go off and continue the tear. I know he just had a bad series against the Brewers, shot Milwaukee. But I mean, $575 plus, which it will be more after that buyer's premium for an LE Heritage Minors auto. Let me just take a quick peek. And I know that, Soto, you could say was yesterday's flavor, but you could get an MLB Heritage Soto auto. This is one of the pack pulled ones, a PSA 9. So for $555, less than this, of Soto Heritage MLB on card auto, the real one, blue ink. I know there might be some baseball fans in here, but like I'm not sure what y'all think about that because that seems tough to me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a rule of thumb for me is I'm never buying someone who's like in the peak of their hype. Obviously, he might continue to do like great, but some of those prices are a little unsustainable.
Yeah, and you got to remember, a lot of these players go through that at one point in their career. Like a lot of these really big players have had that massive price hike, and then eventually, a year or two later, you kind of see some pullback. Now, one card that I do think that we should possibly go after for real is this Wander Franco. I thought he got absolutely screwed of being in the All-Star game. I know that he ended up getting there after being a replacement, but like from just that's not the same as being voted or picked originally, and he is having a great year right now at 123 OPS plus, which is obviously it's a bit above average. Let's see. Last 5 games, he's had only a couple hits. However, hopefully a big second half bounce back. But the reason why I want this is because you look at a recent sale, and in June 18th, it was 930 was the last sale. This one has a 10 autograph. The other one didn't have a 10 auto. I think I'm going to toss a bit on this one actually. Try to get a little bit under what the last sale was, and maybe also capitalize on some better play leading into the auction in 2 weeks. Julian, oh, well, that stinks. I thought I was going to be in the lead there. This would put it at 120, excuse me, 120 under the last sale. Let's see if we can place this. This will put us in the lead, I know. But let's use this as a segue into Julian's selections for the night. Julian, tell me the 2 cards or whatever amount you have that we're looking at. Give me the card.
I got 3. First one is a Babe Ruth.
Ooh.
It's a piece of his bat from an actual game, which I thought was
what are we talking about here? Like, what's the set? What's the year?
2001 Fleer Greats.
Let's see this. Wow. I didn't even have this one favorited. Love it.
So this is one of those things that falls under the uniqueness category. I mean, all-time great. I mean, it's from an actual game, which is crazy. So I remember you guys bought something like this, but it wasn't Babe Ruth. It was Jackie Robinson, I think it was.
Jackie Robinson triple jersey, yeah.
Yeah, and that was one of them where I was like, that went for so cheap and so cool. So this is one that caught my eye just because of its uniqueness, and I think it's one of those cards that like you could bring to like the National, and someone would be like, I'd pay a decent amount of money for that because they don't know how much it's worth. But
a couple of raw sold between 150 and 200. This one's already graded. Yes, it's a 7, but it's also from 2001 and a game used bat piece. So let's toss in a bit and see if we can get this one as part of the Kesem auction. Very nice.
Next up, we have a 2020 Prism Mojo Diana Taurasi auto.
I think I might be watching that one.
So switching it up a little bit. There's a few Diana Taurasi cards going. Little sales history. A raw did 130 December 19th. One did 140 December 18th, 2021. So that was quite a while ago, but there haven't been a ton of sales of these. I think another all-time great where a few of her cards are a little cheaper than I thought they'd be. And it's a PSA 10 as well. So not many of these pop up very often. I just think she cemented her legendary status, and it's just a great player and a great card.
I like it. I do see a raw sale of 125. Is that what you're seeing back in December?
Yes.
All right, let's put down like a 200 on this and see what happens. Okay.
And then I have one last one that I know you're going to like.
All right.
We have a Didier Drogba Mosaic Auto SGC 1010.
Let's go.
Which is at $41.
Can you tell everyone and expose yourself for your true fandom, please?
Like you're talking about from my Didier Drogba jersey?
Yeah, come on.
Okay. So back in the day, I think it was 2011, I had a Didier Drogba jersey. I love this guy. He was lethal, all-time great for Chelsea. I saw this price and I was like, this is criminally low. So sales history, a PSA 8 did 70 July 16th. Raw does around like 50 to 60 bucks. Some a little bit lower, but like for soccer fans, I think everyone knows Didier Drogba, and I think a 10-10 for a card like this, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer to me.
I'd have to agree. I just tossing a bit on that. All right, so we are bouncing back over here to the main bids. Thank you, Julian, for giving your picks there. I agree, some nice stuff. Now we're gonna have to make some decisions here because we got 5K to spend. We're not gonna bid on like 100 different $50 cards. We're gonna have to pick a couple of cards that we want to really go for, like into extended bidding, saying like we gotta come away with that and eat up like 3 to 4K worth between like a couple of cards. And I think we should go after like one pretty large one, and then maybe like one middle one, and then something below that. I'd even almost say between these three cards, like three different sports here: Luca, Julio, and Trevor, all around the same price. Trevor a little bit lower. To you, which is the best one to buy to sell in 2 weeks? And to everyone in the chat, Luca Opulence auto of 99, Julio Blue auto of 150, BGS 95, and Trevor Lawrence flawless auto rookie numbered out 15. What do you think, Julian?
I'd probably go with the Trevor because I think the football hype is so big right now going into the National as well. People are always trying to pick up cards and QBs as well. So I just go with that one from the aspect of the season coming up.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you that probably is the best one to grab right now. If you are watching right now in the chat, please throw down a comment. Would love to gauge the confidence levels here of what it is and what's going on, and we'll see if we can snag that. As for maybe a middle tier one, let's hope we can get that for around two some thousand. Looking to spend another 1,000 to 2 on a different card. So we get football there. I wasn't saying like too much I saw someone say LeBron's always a good bet. Like this, I love the sneaker spotlights. Never have owned a LeBron sneaker spotlight for myself, but I wouldn't mind maybe snagging that one depending on what the pricing is looking like. I'm kind of checking it out right now. I haven't seen one of those Cavs ones yet. I see a lot of Lakers ones.
I have to agree with Bazooka Tom here. Thinking of it from the aspect that we're like selling this very soon. By no means am I saying T-Law is like the best out of those, but from a hype perspective, and I know a lot of people value him highly, I think that's just a good decision. And then also just gotta mention ND Sports Cards saying Drogba is the reason I'm a Chelsea fan. And I gotta say those older Chelsea teams and up until recent years, they're very likable teams. So my opinion has changed a little bit.
All right, moving on. So how about for one around $1,000, everyone watching? So we got LeBron James sneaker spotlight is a potential option. Jordan Love immaculate patch auto PSA 10 potential option. If we really want to try to hit the hot market with Ohtani, now it's just as crazy to think that this card's $1,000 card right now, knowing that I was buying baseball rookies Ohtani and stuff way back when, and they were so cheap. But this is a rookie debut gold Ohtani that's at like $1,000 for a 9.5. That's just like, I think that's way too much. Even compared to the raw, that's just like way too much. PSA 9 did like 470. SGC 9.5 did 553, higher than the PSA 9, but I just can't, that's just way too much for an Ohtani debut gold. So I guess LeBron, Jordan Love, maybe the Jordan, maybe the Aaron Judge. He's coming back from injury, I think, soon, or at least I hope he is. Man, that guy just can't stay healthy. I mean, he did last year. He did stay healthy last year, but finally making return or making progress in return. Took batting practice. He's got a toe injury. Let's see here. What are the people saying?
I mean, I'd throw one out there too.
Yeah.
This Michael Phelps, you see this? It's like a 2003 purple PMG. It says it's like Upper Deck Employees. You know, like that one. PSA 9's at 975. I know PSA 10 goes for like a lot.
Well, yeah, those are so hard to get done.
I need to look up some sales history. March 9th did 1350. February 8th did 1560.
So, and that's for the 9?
Yes.
That's not bad. I think that I wonder if we could get a combo of this Aaron Judge, the Phelps, and the T-Law all together. I know that's 3 cards, but that's 3 pretty electric cards I could see doing pretty well.
I agree.
Let's see here. So I know we got 13 minutes left until the window. I'm gonna write those down right here in my little notepad, and we're gonna circle back on all of those in a bit. I think we should target. I mean, we got a lot of like, fit 20 to $50 to $100 stuff coming in the submission. I love me a Steph Curry patch too. I think that patch is so nasty. I have immaculate number 5. I'm gonna pass on the Heritage Miners, Ellie De La Cruz. I know y'all are very surprised by that, and the Alpulos of Tani and Trout. There are 2 super fractors for the Youth Invasion, which is kind of interesting given that they're young. Don't get me wrong, but they're rookies like 4 years before the set release, so they are young. Between Soto and Vlad there. Julian, tell me, what do you know about the HRXs, my guy? What do you know about the HRXs? You know anything?
I do not know anything about this.
This would be
educate me, Aaron. I'm just like the audience. I need to learn more.
This is an NFT before NFTs, bro. They put these as redemptions into 2012, totally certified. I think a couple other products. They had a video that you could play in the card. You play the video. There must be some sound that comes out of it. These were a big deal back in the day, like big chase, like get the HRX with the video in the card. Autograph Anthony Davis rookie year.
That's pretty sick.
It's super crazy, right?
Yeah, great idea.
Let's see here. So 1 silver 575 September 4th. There really is not a whole lot of sales recently. The redemptions back in 2012 were 155, 142, 114. They're about $100 for a redemption of Anthony Davis. And then since 2016, there's only been 4 sales. 2 of them being 575 and such. Super wild cards. Definitely different. Julian, give me your take on the Lakers in this upcoming season. I mean, they re-signed Rui Hachimura. They got Austin Reeves back. They lost Lonnie Walker. Do you think they're going to have success like they did last year?
I mean, they've had some pretty sneaky signings, like Gabe Vincent. I think that's a good deal. They re-signed Rui Hachimura. I think Cam Reddish is another good signing, but it's a bunch of players. It's typical to their MO, where it's a bunch of players where there's a ton of potential, but how they're gonna fit together is a little interesting. And I know they also have been signing a bunch of like older guys too, which is typical to them as well. I think it'll be interesting, but yeah, some of the signings I think have been pretty good.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Like you said, kind of always a crapshoot with them, right?
Yeah.
Do we think that McLaren's got it in them, dude? Do we think that they got it in them to do it for a couple more weeks? Next week is Hungary. If they have another big showing of Hungary, this could be a huge flip opportunity.
That was one of the cards I'm actually watching because I thought that was a good opportunity as well. I'm hoping. I mean, from the last 2 races, it's looked promising. If McLaren comes out with a super slow car next race, I will be very disappointed.
What do you say we toss a bit in here for Kesem and see if we can get it?
I think that's a good idea.
All right, I'm going to toss one in. It looks like that. Someone else just said, let me toss in a bit at the same exact time. I agree. I think that while a little bit of a risk, I hope that they can carry it over from 1 week to one race to the next, not necessarily 1 week to the next.
Yeah, and I think it's important as well because he doesn't have any 2022 cards. So that's one of the very few drivers I'd buy from that 2021 set. It says a PSA 10 did 550 July 9th, 600 June 29th. I think that's definitely a good card to eye.
I saw that. Will, I am not sure on that. I'm not sure on that. Truthfully, I have no idea. But we have got a Trey Turner here, which I'm going to ask you all. Should we buy low? Should we buy low on Trey Turner? So let me tell you this. There's been a couple players this year who are struggling, not like pretty badly. Bobby Wood Jr. being one of them, Trey Turner being another. Trey Turner has had a great career. So far, he's now he's 30 years old, which wow, that went really fast, actually. Holy cow. I didn't realize he is 9 years in the league. I know he is in 2014 draft, but time has flown. I'm not exactly sure. That's terrible grammar of me. But either way, had a great World Baseball Classic. He's got an 88 OPS plus this year. That is terrible. That is terrible for the big signing, the big contract that the Phillies gave him. Do you think it's worth buying low on Trey Turner on a red rookie number 5 at 250, or is it just, maybe lost money at this point when it comes to him?
Aaron, I'm gonna leave this up to you, man. I trust your judgment with baseball.
I was not asking you. I was asking the chat.
That's
I
my
wasn't
2
asking
cents.
you. I was asking the chat on that one. I think that's super interesting buying this Djokovic tonight. Super interesting
Yes. Yeah, I thought
because
about that too.
people are like, nah, man, he's washed. Alcaraz is the
Yeah.
thing. But at the same time, it's like, bro, this kind of undervalued compared to what they've been selling at. So I might toss in a little bit here and see if we can get this for something around. Let's see here. Well, one sold today, but maybe someone thought he was having a comeback at 400, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth 400 the next sale. One was 500 leading up to today. Let's just toss in one here and see what happens. Although I don't want to take too many funds. No thanks on the Turner. Tom says Trey is a pass. Wow, people are they're not betting on the comeback. They're not betting on the comeback.
Yeah, I got a bunch of Trey Turners. No, Bazooka Tom called it. Said it was a mistake to give him that much money in the offseason. And then we got Will saying, LOL, Djokovic is not washed. Not a fan, but if he doesn't dump those two backhands in second set, he's winning that.
I
Yeah,
totally agree.
I think stuff like this always happens with the overreactions when someone like
100%.
loses. He obviously shows he still has a ton of potential and a ton of class. So it's not like Alcaraz is the rest of the next couple years is going to be all him. He's still got some competition.
I loved his interview after the match when they were talking to him. That was a spectacular interview, speech, whatever you want to call it. Big props to Djokovic on talking about Alcaraz and his, because he won 4 straight Wimbledons before this, and I agree. He had so many self-inflicted wounds, so many points were lost that unforced errors. He definitely should have won that match, I think. But props to Alcaraz for withstanding all of it and coming out on top. This Matt McLean is really interesting. What do people think in the chat about Matt McLean? Because it says pop 1. Now this card has changed hands. It'll be 3 times within 2 months, which is really interesting. 195 up to 311 can be had for less than that right now by us. If no one else bids, maybe we can get a winning bid in there. But an interesting one nonetheless. He's on the Reds, of course, with Ellie. Julian, I don't know if you saw this, but the Mike Williams honors gold vinyl auto.
Yes.
I can't stand when they take like these test cards and then reissue them. Like they're supposed to be one of ones, and you throw a Panini honors sticker on it. We call it a day, and now it's another one of one.
Yeah, there was
about that.
I saw there's a Giannis like white box or something like that in this, and I thought of you immediately because I know you love those white box, black box types cards.
Literally could not want a card less. Julian, why don't you go ahead and look up any cool non-sports endings tonight? I actually didn't see too, like I do look at non-sports most auctions. I didn't see any that really piqued my interest too much, but is there any? Oh, there might be a Daredevil comic, and I know it's not a card, but I did see that.
I will take a look.
Do you see the Joe Roganov 50 or 88?
Yeah, that's a funny card. What is that graded? This is a PSA 5?
Yeah. That's the only one that's ever sold was this PSA 5 3 different times.
Yeah.
Or 2 different times.
Okay, I don't know much about Pokemon, obviously, but what is this? There's a Pikachu retrospective Scream. This card is scary. I'm gonna have nightmares.
Oh, dude, do you know what the Scream is? The painting?
No, that is
what?
That's gonna give me.
You don't know what the Scream is.
I know Scream the movie.
No, the painting.
No.
You kidding me?
No.
This guy needs to get cultured, bro. Like, come on.
You're telling me I'm here to learn.
You're telling me you've never seen this in your life.
Oh, I think so. I just didn't know what the name was.
So they made those cards after them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But that Pikachu,
it's super dope. They're extremely expensive Pokemon cards, actually. At one point, I started putting together the set.
Really?
Hey, also, did you see the Iker Casillas, the green auto?
Yes, I did.
First year Topps Chrome feels like a buy.
I like it. It's just that I feel like other people might not value it as high, but I didn't look at the sales history. So
considering a blue PSA 10 did 125, I think it's got to be a go.
Yeah. Spend it.
100%. Gunnar Henderson, gold at 59 at first, so probably going to pass on that. There's a fun Maurice Jones-Drew, 101 Hedbert Perez, gold frame auto. I remember when he was supposed to be solid. I love this finest moments of Arozarena. I really got to go back and check those bigger boys here and see what's up over there. I'm going to throw in a bit on this one. This is a sick card. Do you see Julio Rodriguez's girlfriend / Alfonso Davies' ex-girlfriend?
Yes. There was another one. There was an auto of hers.
There was an auto.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Canada made the World Cup, so we'll obviously see her in action. She plays for the Reign too. She made it over to the NWSL
Yeah,
after
because she
playing.
was on PSG, right?
Yes. Yep.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not seeing a ton of. I mean,
No,
obviously, I don't know as much, but it'd be more of like not Marvel stuff. It'd be like Pokemon or
right.
Magic the Gathering type stuff.
Yo, so I'm already. Oh, actually, I wrote my notes. The Michael Phelps was the other one, right?
Yeah.
I swear I favorited that. It's at 1,000 now. Where is that? Huh. Maybe I need to refresh the page. We are 3 minutes away from the next window extended bidding. I'm gonna have to toss a bid on a couple of these cards that we're peaking. I don't know where that fell. Oh, I know why. Wait, no, I don't. Oh, I actually have no clue. I don't know why it's not here. I got in the other window I can bid on if needed.
You're talking about the Phelps?
Yeah, it's at 1,000 now.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it here.
All right, I'm gonna throw down a bid on this Judge. Get that in the next window. Winning the Judge. Need to. I'm gonna bid on this Lawrence to try to get in the lead and see what we can do. I think up to like 25-20 is a good idea, and hope it gets over 3 on the auction. I think that's the goal. Batman stuff is Wesley's jam. Julian, is there any Batman stuff going on?
I will check, but I wanted to bring up there's this 2016 Pokemon Pikachu Luigi card. This is sick. I don't know if this is worth anything. It's at like 925, but I think it's a cool card.
They're super cool. I've actually always wanted one of those. Wait, it's ending in 6 days.
No, there's one right now. PSA 10, time left to bid, 1 minute.
Huh? Why can't I find it?
2016 Luigi Pikachu.
Oh, I see. It's not the full art. It's just the. I get what you're saying. Yeah, dude, they're so cool.
Like, look at that. It's amazing.
I know. They're awesome.
Let's see.
I'm looking up the sales history right now. 1,100. The full arts are like $3,000 cards.
Wow.
I'm actually gonna drop a bid on this and see if we can get a little deal. Although, now we're winning. All right. So as of right now, might need to pump the brakes until we see what comes of this next window. Yes, Jerry. Yes, Jerry, of course. Anyone who wants to download Fanatics Live and get on the early access, you can do so right now with Stocks to the Moon. STOXTOTHEMOON is the code. Download the app, put in the code, and you can get into the app right now. So let's go and see it. The stuff we do have bids on right now. 9:30 is approaching right now. So we are currently at Trevor Lawrence. Pikachu. As of right now, it's that Pikachu we're gonna lose. I'm sure of it. 23. That's like 3.5, 4.5, and the rest of this would pretty much put it around 5. So let's see what happens during this window. If we need to adjust, I'm sure we're gonna probably lose that Luigi. Then we will see if we can get that Djokovic on this next bid. Would be nice, and I really would like that Piastri as well. I think that's gonna be a fun one to man. If he can get like top 5 again, back-to-back races.
Yeah, for sure. Bazooka Tom says, "Is there any Jackson Holiday?"
Let's see. So Jackson Holiday is an absolute stud. Now ranked the #1 prospect by Pipeline. #1 pick in just last year's draft. He's the son of Matt Holiday.
I don't see any in this auction.
None?
Mm-mm.
There's 4.
Oh.
Sorry, there's actually 2. Let's see if we can get this one just for Tom.
And then
9.
Matt says it's Fanatics Live seriously Apple only. At the moment, I believe it is. I don't know if it's on Samsung yet.
Yeah, at the moment there's no Android access, but I think that
it'll come soon.
It is in the plan. They're going to be planning on developing it for all access all the time. Everywhere is definitely the goal, I think. He's got 5 hits in his first 2 games in Double-A since the break. Yeah, he's an absolute stud, man. Absolute stud. All right, let's see where we're at right now. We got 4 minutes left in this window. Let's see what we go home with. I suppose I can browse other stuff for now too, and then I'm gonna go all items and see. How about we just level up and go for the Curry Exquisite PSA 10, right? Oh no, even better, the Holland Topps Chrome Gold Auto, which honestly, I know it's a lot of money, but
Pull out that slab stocks card, baby.
that doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah.
What's that? Can you see on the screen?
Yeah, the gold. Let's see.
13. It's at 13,000.
Yeah.
18 was the last sale.
Oh, 18 was the last sale. Okay.
Before last season,
it was probably ridiculously high.
Well, before last season, you get PSA 10 for like 34K, which is obviously a very different grade. There's only been one. The last one sold May 28th here on the weekly. Man, that's such a nasty card.
And everyone in the chat, let us know if you guys are going to win anything you're super high on here as well. We'd love to check that out.
Yeah, definitely. If there's anything that you do win, please let us know, and Julian will make sure to read off your winnings and share with the world. If you want, you don't have to. And then if we win all of these, we will find out what the difference is, and then have to pick some cards that go to Kesem. Thanks to all of you. You'll help us decide that. But I'm not sure we're going to win everything, that's for sure. But let's see. And also, we asked this last night, but who in this chat will we be seeing at the National next year? Who will we see at the National? Not next year, in a week, I meant. Like a week in a couple days. And as Tom just said, on cue, I'm pinching my pennies for the National. I feel like that a lot of people are probably in that save mode right now who are going. I am so excited to be going. Oh, you're freaked out over this?
Dad, what?
Dude,
horrifying.
Do you know what's crazy? Okay, so you see it. So this is Mimikyu, the Pokemon. Do you see in the background that's got Pikachu?
Yeah.
Just wait for this.
Am I the only one that's horrified by that? That's scary. It's freaky.
Come on, it's not that bad. All right, are you ready for this? Look at this. This is the Psyduck. Behind the Psyduck,
that's even worse.
Behind the Psyduck is Haunter. So they put the Pokemon behind it that's like next up in line.
Jeez Louise.
Which is pretty cool.
Oh my.
I like it. I think it's
Get
awesome.
that card away from me.
I'm an art fan though too, so
I am. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not the biggest art fan. Maybe a little Vincent Van Gogh action, but not much else.
Mama Slab's actually made it to the Vincent Van Gogh Museum in Denmark.
Wow, it's pretty cool. I bet she had a blast.
Yeah, we were at F1, not Denmark. What am I talking about? The Netherlands.
Netherlands. Oh, that was then. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Denmark. Think of all that FC Copenhagen rookies I've been pulling. We got 20 seconds left. Let's see. Do we come away with 3 big targets right away off the board? Let's see what happens here. Yeah, Cleveland next year. I can't wait for Cleveland. Matt says you'll see me in the lounge, guys. Yes, Matt with Athletics is they've got the National VIP Lounge sponsor at the National. So be sure if you are a VIP, go check them out there. So I think we just got a big haul there. Big haul.
Let's go.
I think we just solidified like our top 3 wins right there. We did. We actually got 5 things. All right, let's see what this adds up to. 2310 plus 1290 plus 1080 plus 324 is 5004. I'll throw in that Rosarena on the house. That put that 5050. So pretty much just did all the damage right there.
Let's go.
In one window. That was not the plan, but it happened. Pretty sick. And that Luigi Pikachu came out of nowhere. Thanks to Julian's fine. Let's see what the last sale of the Pikachu was, because I think it's pretty solid actually. I'm seeing one sold for $1,750 today, but $981 before. That's kind of all over the place. So hopefully we can get some between those two. $1,560 before that.
For the kids.
So there we go for the kids. We got the Trevor Lawrence at $23.10. I think that's a great price on that.
Yeah.
$23.10 for the Lawrence. It's looks to be, not an insert and such like that. Rookie auto. Hopefully someone's really trying to go big on T-Law. We got the Judge coming back from injury. Hopefully Judge starts dominating. Wait, that 1,080 for the pop one PSA 10. Ohtani just went yard again. Gosh, man. On a ball he was jammed on, that's just insane.
Where do we think he's going to be going? You think that he's going to get traded?
Oh, man, that's a great question. Let's check in. No, Matt, it's got to stay there because it's going to be going live on Thursday. So the Lawrence is going to be going live on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday for the auction, selling the 30th. So, I was going to check out the baseball standings.
We got while you're looking at that, we got a couple comments. Bazooka Tom, are you guys the kind of collector that makes a plan of attack for the National, or do you just wing it?
Julian, you go first.
I would say it's like a half plan. There's usually obviously at the Nationals, there's some crazy stuff that comes up, and you're like, I wasn't planning on buying this, but I usually will. But I usually create like a list in my head of some guys that I think would be good. But a few days that has completely gone out the window. So yeah, it's there. I create it, but I don't always follow it because you're kind of like a kid in a candy store when you walk in there.
All right, so this Angels game is insanely close right now. It's 9-8. Ohtani just got them within a run. So they're 46 and 47. They could be 46 and 48 within the next 10 minutes. And they're 8.5 games out of their division, which they're definitely not winning. As for the wild card, they're 5 games out of the wild card. They're 2-8 over the last 10. There's no reason why the Angels should be willing to hold on to Ohtani when they could get an absolute massive haul into their hands. For him. And that's even given that, like, would he even re-sign there in the future? Or in the near future, I should say. So likely places for him to go. The trade could end up being
the Dodgers are up there, right?
Listen, the trade could be anywhere. Like he could go anywhere in the trade. It's more about where would he go in free agency. The Angels are going to take back whatever the best package is for him is what's going to come down to. But the Dodgers, I know, and the Yankees are talking about throwing in just like a monster bid for him. I think the Mariners have been rumored to possibly throwing in like a monster bid, and such like that. The Rockies should trade their entire farm system for a 2-month rental. I know someone here in Milwaukee that was talking about trading the entire farm system for Ohtani for a 2-month rental to win a World Series. If you win the World Series, in my mind, worth it. We've never won a World Series before, so might as well go for it.
So so they'd be trading for like a very small amount of time unless he resigned.
Legitimately 2 months, and he's not re-signed with the Brewers. He's going to get paid like $500 or like $700 million in his contract, and there's no way the Brewers can afford that.
That makes it interesting for sure.
So yeah, I mean, legitly, he could end up somewhere for 2 months just from to try to win a World Series, and they would trade a lot for him.
Yeah.
Because if you're a team that's close, I mean, why not? Why not go for it?
Yeah. Will said, put a bid on Barkley, but I'm giving up here. Won't pay more of a premium for that card. I saw there was a few Barkleys in this, some cool ones, but I still have questions marks about his staying healthy. I mean, this past year he was able to, but I think before that, like the past 3 seasons or 2 seasons, he only put up like 8 touchdowns combined. That's always something to think about with running backs, and it's unfortunate, especially in fantasy football when you draft him like top pick.
Well, Julian, I know you shouted out the Drogba for potentially the Kesem 5K spree. Considering we are at 5,050, I think this one's coming back to us. So now we can make your dream come true and have your Chelsea fandom start again.
My dream come true. Well, let's slow down there.
I'm just messing with you, but yeah, we are now at getting the Drogba as well. But these cards are going to be the ones going into the Kesem charity auction with the 5K spending spree. I did not expect to win these all by the end of like the second window, but Trevor Lawrence falls auto at 15. Djokovic PSA 10. That's one of his first few cards, I think, but that's one of the more, affordable ones. For 324, we have the Aaron Judge Dynasty patch auto out of 10, PSA 10. The Luigi Pikachu. Shout out to Julian for finding this one. I love it. Absolutely love it. Luigi's one of my favorite Mario characters. And then we got Randy Arozarena here on the Finest Moments Orange 25. The Finest Moments are really, really cool. This is about the World Series. I remember watching this on TV. Rounding 30, stumbled and tumbled, but the on-time throw was missed, and Tampa Bay was the winner. Ended up losing that World Series, but super sick card there, honestly.
We got Scott saying trade Julian, and hopefully you can't hear that. It's starting to rain hard, so some
Can't
noise.
hear. Starting to rain there?
Yeah. Trade Julian and picks for Otani / slow pitch softball team could use his talents. I think that's a pretty good deal, man. My fastball like 20 miles an hour, like got that oomph. Who wouldn't take that?
You know what's crazy is you know how much we talk about, and baseball is obviously very hard to hit a baseball and such with all the movement and short distance and such. But 102, 103, you got some pitchers throwing, but some of those serves today, 130 mile per hour serve, like what in the world?
That's like me and Wii tennis when you hit it and it does like the balls, like people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you get like the speed boost behind it.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. Nick ND, his favorite team's Chelsea, of course.
No, Manchester United, baby. I bleed red. Manchester's red. I do bleed red normally, but I also bleed red in that sense.
Metaphorically.
We got a couple buys. Will 1986 Fleer Basketball, Charles Barkley, PSA 10, PWCC S. I'm assuming that these are buys. Got myself a Dwayne Wade Finest Rookie Auto out of 999. That's a very cool card. I saw news that Dwayne Wade, he just bought stake in the Chicago Sky, which is the WNBA team.
He did.
Chicago, so that's pretty cool. What else we got here? Bazooka Tom. Last year, when I couldn't make Atlantic City, I won some cards on eBay during the National for some crazy steals. That's something we've actually mentioned in the past. It's something to keep an eye out for. Even if you're at the National, look at a couple auctions that are ending because most people are just zoned in on the National. That was definitely a good play.
ND 100% right. Julian just followed Mason Mount from Chelsea to Manchester United.
Exactly. That's it. I mean, I don't want to sound too cocky here, but I may have predicted that Mason Mount was coming to United, and Aaron didn't believe me.
I remember when he sent me the rumor, like it was probably last August or last July. It was a long time ago. It wasn't even like after kind of the World Cup and more of the stuff started to fall through. I was like, that is just so bogus. I was like, that contract's getting signed with Reese, and then Reese got signed, and then Chilwell got re-signed, and then there's no contract. So, yeah. He was right. I'll admit it.
Will
that's
says,
Phillips. And that, go ahead.
Sorry, Will says I've returned 110 miles an hour tennis serve. If it's flat and not on a corner, you have to read the serve and your hands out early. It's hard but doable. I mean, Will, you sound very talented because I don't know about that for me. I'd be more like Scott Sterling where it hit my face and go back over the net if that counts as a return.
Yeah, that seems rather difficult. All right, so we are potentially landing this Piastri right here. We will see if another bid comes in, but potentially landing at 504. If we do get this Piastri, what we're gonna do for the next like 5 to 10 minutes is gauge the audience's take on what should be the cards in the Kesem spending spree. We'll throw in the Rosarena no matter what, but we gotta come up with $5,000 between the cards here because it's more than that. But we'll throw in that Rosarena no matter what as a little extra sweetener on top. I also shout out to SGC. They graded 50 cards for free, which are going to be en route to PWCC here for the auction within the coming days. And I threw I think 10 or so cards in there to get slabbed. So hopefully those do well as well. But it looks like we did get this Piastri. So now we got a little wrench thrown into the plans tonight. Honestly, coming to kind of one more than expected after throwing in some early bids. Let's see here. I got Bazooka Tom. I've got some women's soccer going to be at the National, Lauren James specifically. But let's see here. Julian, I'll get your take too, but I also want to hear from the chat. So we got to get to 5K. So I will say this: 100% the Lawrence, the Pikachu, and the Judge gets the 5K. We can either throw in what is that actually? I think if you do,
yeah, let us know where we're at so we can.
Yeah. Basically, if we do the Judge, the Lawrence, and the Pikachu, we get to 4,680. We could either throw in the Piastri, and we'll cover up to the difference, and then keep back the Djokovic, Drogba, and Rosarena, or we'll throw in the Jokic, Drogba, and a Rosarena, and we'll keep the Piastri. To me, the more potential is putting the Piastri in for the kids. To me, is adding the Piastri and letting to see what that does next week. But I'm wondering what people think in the chat too. And then we'll keep.
Yeah.
I
agree with your take. I think Djokovic is. I mean, we could sell it now, but I think it's a card where it's like has potential
You
to
buy it
grow.
low today.
Yeah, and it's not going to be like a 2-week type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And
Speaking of McLaren,
I also think that's a good idea. And I just did the math. If we do throw the Piastri, that actually gets $184 more for the kids if we throw in the Piastri too. So we'll do that. We'll throw in the extra. I think it's 130 or something like that. And we'll end up at $5,184 bought and donated now for the weekly auction number 80 coming up in 2 Sundays on the 30th. Piastri green PSA 10, Lawrence flawless rookie auto, Pikachu PSA 10 with the Luigi there, and then Aaron Judge PSA 10 on the Pop 1 Dynasty patch. That's a pretty good group of 4 cards there, huh?
Very good, very good. Nick Nack, speaking of McLaren, he said another win, 2020 Top Chrome Refractor, Lando Norris, PSA 9, true rookie. So very kind of similar to our purchase, banking on a McLaren success. But going back to what you said, Aaron, I mean, obviously I'm not the biggest baseball guy, but Aaron Judge had a monster season last year. But how's he been doing so far this year?
So he was doing really well to start the year, and then he got injured with this toe injury. I gotta go and check out his baseball reference page really quick. The last game he played in was June 3rd, so it has been a month and a couple weeks. Before his injury, though, 193 OPS plus, which means he's 93% above league average, 19 home runs, 291 batting average. Like, he was having a spectacular season again. So I think if he can come back, get a little bit of buzz, maybe that gets up to like 12, 13, 1400. Also, the sports cards professor SCP-7, that is a nasty card. I know
I saw that one. The patch was insane on that.
Let's go actually find it and show it off, because I was really considering going after that, but I'm glad that you got it because that Datsuk was so sick. All I know is Datsuk was on the cover of a video game and had nasty toe drag and played for the Red Wings.
I might surprise some people here, but I actually know who this is.
You do?
Just because my cousins are Detroit fans. So
okay.
I remember when I was younger, I was close to getting a Pavel Datsyuk jersey.
That's pretty sick, man. That's such a sick card. 9510. So it's not a real rookie. It's like a rookie review, but they make them kind of look like rookies, you know?
Yeah.
This is like the historic ticket that the Contenders did, basically.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Nick Nack, McLaren is who I cheer for. It's been a tough season. Man, you're telling me I'm also McLaren. I don't know if you got the Lando Norris on. Shout out Aaron. Got me this.
I was just say, who gave you that?
Aaron gave me that. But man, the beginning of the season, they were driving a tractor. It was like so slow.
Yeah, it's turning around for sure. Two comments to highlight here. The Cardboard Collaborative says, anyone else take it personally when someone else keeps bidding on an item you're bidding on? That's sometimes it depends on the card. If I really want it, yes. If I don't, then no. And Bazooka Tom said the Yankees need him. They just lost their 3-game series to the Rockies. Do you remember how bad they were last year? Do you know how bad, weren't they terrible last year when Aaron Judge missed maybe I'm thinking of 2 years ago or something. He missed some time and they were just absolutely awful without him.
I'm sure. Clearly, yeah, I'm sure. I believe it. I don't remember exactly.
And then we got Bazooka Tom said, did SGC announce on-site grain prices for the National yet? So I actually saw that in the Nationals email. I haven't seen SGC post anything on Instagram about it, and I don't know anything about pricing for the National. But yeah, for the first time in 4 years, SGC is grading on site at the National. You know, they were doing drop-offs last year, so excited to see what that's about. Excited to see what the pricing is going to be for that. Maybe you have to buy a couple cards, get them graded there, and then put them in the booth the next day or something like that. Would be pretty cool to do.
You see that Mahomes? It was like I know it's a rookie, but it was like just a patch.
Yeah,
it was like at like $4,000 or $5,000. I don't know if it sold.
All right, so want to know what's whack about this card?
Oh, so okay. Obviously, I don't know the sales history on this card, but that seems like a lot of money for a non-auto.
Well, not even a non-auto. How about a patch that isn't even a number 5?
Oh,
it's an 8, bro. That's an 8.
What is this? Does it say game used or just player worn?
I'm sure it says player worn. So I don't know if you've seen this before. Have you seen the Mark? Yeah, it says player worn. Have you seen the Mark Ingram thing?
No, I don't think so.
All right, we're gonna have to enlighten you. This is Mark Ingram at the rookie premiere photo shoot in 2011.
Oh man!
How many jerseys do you think he's wearing under there?
I'd guess like 10.
So basically, they give them jerseys at either 88 or 80, and they get more patches out of them, I guess.
No.
Yeah. Yep. And obviously his number is 15, but this is at the rookie premiere. So they give him like these 8s and 0s and 8s and stuff. So
it's player worn.
it doesn't even have Mahomes' number. So word to the wise, if you're buying patches and it's player worn and it's a rookie, generally it is not even their actual number. And you see here, ND says, haha, it's funny, but it's embarrassing. It is funny when you look at Mark Ingram.
That's wild.
It's absolutely embarrassing when you look at a $7,000 Patrick Mahomes card that is a number 8.
Wow.
And also, Cardboard Collaborative said still take player worn over unassociated material that may not even be a jersey. I do agree with that. But the fact that this is a very expensive card, you can find a lot of good cards for $8,000.
A lot of good cards. You could probably still find some pretty good Patrick Mahomes cards.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah.
You definitely can. I mean, just to go and look like at the last, some of the last cards between $7,000 and $9,000 that are Mahomes, you can get Prism PSA 10 orange out of 275. You can get some patch autos from some how about Optic Black auto or Purple auto out of 35 PSA 9s 8K. Here I have an on-card Patrick Mahomes Black auto. This actually sold here on the weekly auction the other week.
You could get the one from last week, the Phoenix 1 of 1.
Well, I wouldn't want that one either. But at the same point, you can. Man, do you know what this is? This is the word flawless carrying this card, and and I guess PSA 10 also.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, there's Julian's favorite. See, that one looks cute though.
That one, I like that one.
Then you got Evie behind it.
He looks friendly in that one.
Look at Evie's lurking in the background.
That's a blast from the past. I remember Evie.
Oh,
Evie could turn into the 7 different Pokemon, right?
Yep, the evolutions.
Yeah.
Just watched Spencer Steer play today, actually. He's on the Reds now. He's in the Twins here. But any Spencer Steer fans in the house, there's a Red Wave auto numbered out of 5. Man, all these Red players, there's just so many of these Reds that are and that's how they win so many straight games at that one point. Just doing well that get called up or young or 24, 25. There's just so many of them. All of them have above average OPS pluses. It looks like it's true red auto sold for $1,000 March 24th. Would have been a pretty solid buy considering the Red Wave's at $600 now.
Dude said, can you imagine Ohtani cards in the National if he gets traded during the show? That would already people come up and ask about Ohtani, but imagine gets traded. Yeah,
imagine he lands on. The crazy thing is where can he land that has a good enough farm system that's really one step away from contending. Imagine if the Orioles grab him for a 2-month rental and just try to win the World Series this year. That would be ridiculous. Trade Jackson Holiday. No, I'm just kidding. If they can't re-sign him, that would be a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Brewers trade Jackson Chourio and a couple others. Now, if Chourio was playing better, maybe they'd consider it, but probably not right now. Oh, that's a pretty nasty Bobby Witt. So actually, I got something to say here. Wesley, I was thinking going to the Braves. The Braves have got a ton of young talent. That would be nuts. Also, I have a question for everyone. If Ohtani gets traded to an NL team, do you think they still give him the AL MVP for his first half, just insane season? I feel you can't not give him the AL MVP for what he did in the first half of the season. All those strikeouts, all those home runs, that OPS, batting average. How do you not? I mean, I know that the Angels stink and he get traded to the NL, but that'd just be crazy. I don't even know what would happen then. On the screen here, we've got a Bobby Witt National Treasures logo patch auto. This is number out of 10, SGC 8.510 for under 200. I actually just did a segment on non-licensed Panini baseball. I launched my first ever episode of This Week in the Hobby. It released on Friday afternoon, so maybe you were getting dinner out and about. They'll be releasing Friday mornings going forward is the hope. But I talk about Panini non-licensed baseball. I talk about a player who was flying up the charts, and also Ohtani, looking back at some of his non-licensed baseball rookies and such like that. So go check out that episode after you're watching this tonight, or maybe tomorrow if you want to go check out an episode. That'd be cool. If Ohtani goes to the NL and Seager stays healthy, he'd be my vote. See, I was gonna say that Seager's having a really nice season, but he would have to stay healthy the rest of the year, as well. So yeah, the Rangers are doing super well. And speaking of Seager, I mean, I can't even tell you the amount of Corey Seager cards that we looked at right here on the weekly auction. I can just go to Card Ladder and type in Seager over 250 here on the weekly and start maybe at like before the season. Let's see here. There were definitely some nice ones. Yeah, right here you could have gotten an orange for 2,100. Card Ladder estimated values got this at 3,700 now on the orange Corey Seager auto. Even a base auto PSA 10 you could have gotten for 252 here back in April, refractor for 264. Could have been some good pickings on the weekly auction then. Oh my gosh, dude, it's at 8,250.
Still going.
It's at 8,250. I gotta see if there's any like sale on here that went for something nuts. That
So yeah, something has to be like they're referencing something.
let's see here. Was this number not 15? No, 10. So a numbered out of 25 PSA 10 at 8K in February, but I mean, even then, I just think that's a lot.
That's insane.
I don't see. Oh, there's one. A PSA 9 of this did 3K a year and some change ago, but Carlare's estimated value is got at 1,200 now. Like, that's just crazy, man. Maybe some people really think that Mahomes. Oh my gosh, this pains me actually. So, I wasn't on this episode of Slab Stock Sundays. This was in October. It was actually Papa Slabs and his Nate back then. I was flying from Vegas to Portland actually to go to the vault, the PWCC Vault, and we sold this. I'm about to show you this card. The finest mystery on-card auto number out of 99 SGC 9 for $1,590. This was definitely one of the worst sales that I've made in the last year. And if you go and check out their most recent sale, you will see a PSA 9 for $4,800. I had a spectacular buy in it as a BGS 8.5.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's for like $800, I think. So did well in the card, of course. You know, if you hold everything for forever, I guarantee you that, you know, somewhere or another, some cards will lose value, or a lot of them. So, you know, can't always succeed on every card or keep every card, but that was one I wouldn't have minded to hold on to and, you know, sell it right now or something. We are 1 minute away from extended bidding window. Justin Fields, Ohio State patch auto, possibly the ugliest card I've ever looked in my life because it's got both Justin Fields from the Chicago Bears and Ohio State in the same card. Can't get down with that. Oh, look at this one. Mr. Donut. I don't even know what this is.
That's so funny.
It's pretty funny though. I think that's the way that like Leo looks at me when I'm petting him. Well, actually, no, they actually are kind of angry. Just kidding. He doesn't look angry.
That is how he looks when you're petting him. Now with
I was
me,
waiting for you to say.
He loves me.
He does. That's true.
Bazooka Tom said, "Do you guys have any Ellie for the custom auction? Did we pick up? I don't think we did we?
Unless someone donated Ellie, which I don't think someone did. I don't think that there's any Ellie De La Cruz in the auction.
Yeah, because I remember at the Midwest Monster, I mean, everyone was asking about him, and his stuff was still very hot then. So, Jerry says the Justin Fields looks like it has an Aldi's grocery store patch.
I could see it. The blue logo.
Yeah.
That's probably from like a random bowl game or something like that.
I saw you just click off the N'Golo Kante color match. You gonna miss him, Aaron?
I mean, he did some great work. Legend at the club. To be honest, he's been very injured for the last year and a half. So it's hard to pay a guy a ton of money when you're trying to lower your wage bill if he's only going to play in like 30% of the games. Amazing player, amazing person. So we'll definitely miss him. But from like a, you know, time to move on, probably the right moment. Like I'm not broken up about it. I'm sure that a lot of Chelsea fans are like very sad that he's gone, obviously. But to restructure the wages and to get the team moving forward. You just can't. Even Thiago Silva, like this year, like I love Silva so much, but he's not going to play, the amount of games he did last year. He ended up getting hurt. He ended up slowing down. Finally, actually, he sustained for so long. Nice. Got the Mysterio Cardboard Collaborative. What's up, Silky?
We should be making our guesses. There's only 9 cards left.
No, that's not possible.
Right?
No.
I think so.
No, it's impossible.
Oh wait, no, I think I have 2000. Yeah, I have the year 2000 on that.
So you definitely have a filter on that's prohibiting something because that'd be crazy. But I am gonna go and look. Oh, shoot! You guys realized
what?
We're so focused on all of the Kesem that there has not been a giveaway bought yet. I do not know if we're gonna be able to. Yeah, there's just not many cards left actually. Dang. Well, for tonight, here's what we'll do. We're going to punt the giveaway to next week because I do not have anything in the vault because I shipped it back for the Nationals specifically. We will punt the next giveaway to next week and do it then. I apologize about that. We're just so focused on the custom stuff, and then I just slipped my mind. But maybe I'll figure something else out. Actually, here's what we'll do. I'll just ship something to someone. It doesn't have to be a transfer through the vault. Just give away the judge. You gotta try to deprive the kids.
Yeah.
Come on, Julian. Wait, Julian, how many cards are left?
Let's see.
There's more than 24. There's probably like 30 or so.
Yeah, I think it goes on to the second page.
Well, why don't you start eyeing them up and start to think about a card you want to pick?
I think it's actually only the first page. The second page is also.
No, I think it's on the second page.
All right, let me eye some up.
You see anything?
I'm looking.
Oh.
This is a big pick, man. I mean, I'm taking my time.
All
beating you.
I've got a couple things. We're gonna ship some things out to one person that wins tonight's giveaway. I got them in my hand here.
Okay, if I'm not wrong, now we're left on the first page.
Oh yeah, we are. We better pick something now.
I'm going for
pick something's green. I'm taking the judge PSA 10.
I guess I'm going. I'll go for the Sandy Koufax.
All right. Here's what we're giving away. We just pulled this the other day. Jalen Hood Shafino. And then we'll give away this Conte because we were just talking about Conte. Nicole Conte, Mosaic, Silver. We'll give those away to someone that wins the giveaway tonight. So please enter. Oh, you lost the bidding war for that one? Offensive lineman card 2,600 and still going. Did I just miss it? Was it the PMG? Is it gone now? Drop a number 1 in the chat, please. That will enter you for the giveaway. You've got, let's give it 2 minutes. 2 minutes until 10:07. Jalen Hood Scafino was drafted by the Lakers just in the NBA draft. So not a bad one.
Yeah, you never know with those Lakers guys. You got an Austin Reeves who has now become a very important player for them.
Literally just need him to have like one good game.
Yeah.
Although Reeves has had more than one good game, but I'm just saying.
Come on, Sandy. Bid.
Is it going or no?
No. I don't. Oh, there's one green. Magic the Gathering, and I was considering doing that, but I was like, I don't know about that. Justin Verlander, Magic the Gathering, got bids.
We both might be toast here.
No, they're doing last minute. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, jeez.
We're both toast.
No.
Matt, am I missing something? I don't see any other card at $3,300 tonight.
Yeah, I don't see anything either. Maybe he's looking at both auctions.
Maybe. Not sure. All right, everyone, just 1 minute left to join that giveaway. And then we're gonna run the giveaway, and then we both got eliminated there on the card, so that was pretty lame. did not pick well tonight.
I'm feeling good about the names. I'm gonna guess a good name.
Ben McDowell and Tiffany.
I don't even know who that is.
Just ended, Matt. I see. I didn't see it at all. Walter Jones. That's impressive. All right, we are at 10:07. Let's see here. What's left? Vaporeon still moving. Julian, is the Summer League done today, or is that tomorrow?
I think so. It's either today or tomorrow. There were teams posting about it being their last game. So
are they doing like isn't there normally like a bracket, or is it just whoever?
I thought so. I haven't seen a ton of news on the Summer League. Let's see.
Not since all these players are not sitting out.
Yeah. Let's see. It seems like so tomorrow's the last day. Rockets versus Cavaliers, both 5-0. Final, Summer League final.
Got it. All right, here we go. We're gonna flip over to giveaway. There's just a couple cards left going here. Vaporeon, which is a pretty sick card, and then this 1969 Cruyff and Eusebio. That's pretty dope. I didn't see that. We should have picked that.
Yeah,
it's pretty sick. All right, here we go. 3 times on the random. 1, 2. Can I finally pick this right? Can I finally do it?
Have you ever gotten this?
Nope, never.
Well, I'm about to get it, so.
Oh, I'm sure. Who are you picking?
I'm going to go for Scott 22.
I will go with Kurt. Jay. It is Jay. Nice. Jay with the win. Matt got second. I don't even remember what I picked at this point now.
Kurt. You said Kurt.
Kurt. Yep. Kurt got 19. I beat you by 1. Scott got 20.
Scott, come on, man. You let me down.
All right, Jay. Thank you for joining the giveaway. Congrats on the win. Your 2 cards are coming your way once you email us your shipping address. So shoot us your shipping address, and we'll get those shipped out to you tomorrow. But other than that, that's all that she wrote for weekly auction number 78. Spend $5,000 tonight. A little bit more than that for the kids of Camp Kesem. Sending kids to camp for free. As parents have or had cancer, they're impacted by cancer, they get to go to camp for free. And a big part of that is because of all of you, part of the sports card community, sponsors like PWCC here that donated $5,000 spending spree for us to get this. Trevor Lawrence, Luigi, Aaron Judge, PSA 10, and Oscar Piastri are the 4 cards going to the Kesem auction, ending on the 80th, along with 100+ other items. There's some really nice stuff in there. I really appreciate anyone donate. Anyone's going to look at the auction on the Sunday the 30th. We'll be next. We'll be back next week. 79. I'm just losing it, man. Not enough sleep, too much streaming. Next Sunday, we'll be back here 9:45 p.m. Eastern time. Hoping to have a guest next Sunday to bring for you all before the National. Of course, the National starts next week. So we'll try bringing a guest to talk about the National in next week's episode. Other than that, Julian, thanks for joining. Everyone else, thanks for joining and helping us out get some cards for the kids. And we'll see you all next Sunday in weekly auction number 79.